Hey guys, welcome to Midwest Fantasy Football Week 16, the final recap for the season.
Hell, it's about time.
Yeah, I know. Sorry for the delay. Holidays and all. Congratulations to Drew's Undercooked Burger, knocking off Jason's The Hammock District 136.2 to 120.5 to secure your first championship. Drew got 32.6 points from Big Ben, 28.7 points from Kyle Rudolph, and 26.8 points from Christian McCaffrey. Jason got 24.5 points from Damian Williams to lead his squad, and between 11 and 17 points from another 6 players. If you want to play the blame game for coming up short in the championship, Tariq Cohen's going to be your prime target. The 13th highest scoring running back in the league this season came up massively short in the championship, putting up only 2.4 points in the Bears' 14-9 win over the Niners. This matchup featured two of the top backs this year in terms of the draft cost, as Saquon went for 63 and McCaffrey for 62. Both guys paid off for their owners in kind, both finishing in the top 3 in terms of total points scored by a running back, especially for Saquon finishing number 1 overall after all that draft drama between Jason and Brandon.
Ironic, isn't it?
I'm not sure that's technically irony.
What? This is like O. Henry and Alanis Morissette had a baby and named it this exact situation.
Back on Drew, since he was the champion and all, I figured I'd highlight some of his best moves he made this year. He did very well in the draft as he managed to draft the number 2 scoring quarterback in Big Ben, number 1 wide receiver in Tyreek Hill as a keeper, and number 3 running back overall in Christian McCaffrey. He snagged Kyle Rudolph off the waiver wire at the end of November, and his numbers weren't great after that pickup, scoring less than 10 points combined across weeks 13, 14, and 15, but the 28-point bomb in Week 16's championship came at the ideal time.
Man, the man is killing us, man.
Over. Funa bulungi.
Bless the bomb over.
Kibira kyali kikwafu katusooke tusaguleko.
Drop the bomb, man.
In the third place game, Chris's brown-eyed monster defeats Nick's Duchess of T-Bjork 127.1 to 100.3. Chris got 40.5 points from Antonio Brown in what may now be his last game with the Steelers. At least that's what the rumor mill wants to tell you. I don't think it's going to happen. Alvin Kamara chipped in 24.5 points as well. Nick got 24.5 points from Andrew Luck, 22.4 points from Michael Thomas, and 20.3 from T.Y. Hilton, but the 10 points that he got from Matt Breida and Peyton Barber couldn't top Kamara and David Johnson's combined score of 40 points. And finally, down in the Deuce Bowl, Lee's I Want Some Butts knocks off Pope 1.0's I'm Ready to Pump 154.8 to 116.3. Rodgers finally decided to put up an MVP kind of game, dropping a 45.9-point bomb when Lee needed it most. Robert Woods added in 25 points, Devontae Adams added in 18.6 points, and 5 other players added more than 10 points in. Lee only had one guy in this matchup not put up at least 10 points, and that was the swing and miss start of Josh Adams. For Pulp 1.0, with the loss, he becomes the league's first double deuce. He gets 28.5 points from Russell Wilson, 24.6 points from Jamal Williams, and 22 points from Elijah McGuire. It was a rough ending to the season for Pope, getting the deuce here, losing to Pope 2.0 in the 4-man championship, and losing his other main championship by a measly yard. Injuries were a major factor in Pope getting stuck with the deuce this year, as he started at least 6 players this season who were eventually placed on IR. Running backs Aaron Jones, Kerryon Johnson, and Alex Collins, wide receiver Quincy Enunwa, and tight ends O.J. Howard and Greg Olsen all found their way to the IR at some point during the season. All those injuries at running back left him starting a revolving door of cast of characters, where he ended up starting 7 different running backs throughout the season. Derrick Henry, Elijah McGuire, Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones, Kerryon Johnson, Alex Collins, and Carlos Hyde.
I never heard of most of them. Who are these fucking guys?
In the final wager of the season, Nick won our last bet between me and him on our kicker-only matchup in the 4-man league. I at least won the match, but he lost the bet, so I didn't come in last there for like the 4th time in that league's like 5-year history. So, hey, that was a good thing. Here's what the final cash total runs out to this season. As usual, there will be a question on the end of year survey asking if you want to roll over your winnings to cover next season's draft, or if you suck and didn't win any money. Only 4 players covered their costs completely with some leftovers, so Drew and Chris, you'll have to let me know if you want me to mail you a check and pay you online, or just wait until I see you next time. March Madness, maybe? Jay already let me know how he wanted his money, and then I'm the other one broken out. Shout out to Jay, who was super nice and kicked me a little bit of his winnings as commissioner fees, which I will be using to cover the draft software that I normally just shell out of pocket. It's not that much, but it's covered this year, which is really nice, so I appreciate that. Thanks, bud. And with that, the 2018 season is over. There'll be the usual questionnaire for the end of the season, coming sometime in the next week or two. I already have the question basically written out. I just need to make the YouTube video going along with it. Again, congratulations to Drew on your championship, and we'll see you guys all sometime in the offseason.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.